after being in the house for a week due to cold winds, rain, sleet, snow, I decided to come back out here. And I've been out here all morning. Not here, I've been on the other garden, but I had some lunch and I decided to come and tackle this because I have some salvia that I want to plant right here. This is a horrible mess. But right now, all I'm doing is pulling the grass that I can see out. I want to get the salvia in. It's actually starting to rain right now. And if I could just get those planted. But I'm going to show you what I did this morning. Yeah, we're going to get rain. More rain. We did get a lot of rain last week. Three and a half days of it. So I worked on this flower bed this morning. Cleaned it all up. It was not too bad actually. And I still have some tulips here. And this little lovely. In here I spread sasha daisies. This is going to be all white here. And then I've planted all my calendula all along here. I'm sorry for the noise. And this is a little miniature lilac. It's actually even got some flower buds on it already. And I planted two of my, I thought I had three, but one's not a Stella. There's two Stella d'Ors and a speedwell, dark blue speedwell. So this garden is going to be yellow, blue, and white, which I think is going to be nice. Haven't done anything right here. I want to get another shrub for this because these two 9-barks are not really looking all that great. That one doesn't look good at all. So I want to get another shrub for here. My idea is to block the view eventually from the road into the pergola. So I want things that along this edge here, I want things to grow up. So I'll just show you. Anything that I planted has not come up. I looked in my journal. I planted on May the 9th. I planted sweet peas. I planted sunflowers and more sweet peas. Nothing has come up. This bed I planted lettuce and kale. Nothing's come up. But the roses are doing good. I planted these two dianthus last week before the rains, and they're looking fine. But it's a constant struggle with quack. Oh yeah, I planted that vine too. What's it called? A cypress vine. I planted it right along to grow up here, but I haven't seen anything. It just was too cold and too wet. Right after I planted, everything we went back to March basically. Thought the dogwood was dead, but everything is so far behind. Even this tree, look at it. Today is May the 20th. And that's as far as it's got with buds. That's crazy. I thought it was dead too. It's a really weird year. Seriously, it feels like March, like the end of March. And the plants look like the end of April. And when I was cleaning up that bed over there, I dug up a little bee. So the bees I've seen two bees. And everything is still in hibernation. No wonder the toads were still sleeping. They know, don't they? They know that it's not time. The weather's not going to be conducive to their life. So they stay put. Yeah, so I am going to continue in this mess here. To be perfectly honest with you, I lost my mojo for gardening, big time. But today I thought I better do something, and I came out and it's back now. I'm okay. But I got a lot of work to do, so I'm going to shut off the camera and get to work. This week I have spent every day except for one when we went away to Dauphin to do some shopping and stuff. I've spent every day out here working in the gardens. And I don't know if you can see any difference, but I certainly can. So I thought I would take you around and show you what I've been up to. And I'll start over here with the perennial garden because this has been the most work and I am in no way finished yet, but I'm getting there. So this was the 9 bark that I all but killed last year. I transplanted it here, and it is the, I can't remember the name of it. It's beautiful. It's that color all the time. And I transplanted it here, and then I bought some of those puck things that you drive into the ground for fertilizing shrubs and trees. And I transplanted it and I put it in there, and I guess it was the wrong thing to do with a newly planted tree because it all but killed it, but it is coming back. It's starting all over again, and I'm so happy to see a little life in it that I'm just going to water the heck out of it, and I'm not going to be doing anything else but just watering it. I put some sheep manure around it, dug it around. I'm keeping the straw on it for now. Actually, I've been crushing the straw up and just keeping it around all the plants because it's already very dry. Actually, I just watered maybe half an hour ago, and yeah, it's terribly dry so far. So that is, I'm happy to see that. That's a success right there. These are those beautiful lilies. I showed them to you last year, and I will be for sure showing them to you again this year. My beautiful pine, Mungo pine, I love it. I just love how they grow this upright position. It's just so pretty. However, I did have a Stella d'Or right there. I had to take it out because obviously this is going to take up some more room. So little by little I'm moving things away from it and just giving it its space because I think it's really a pretty addition to any border, really. Behind here, my tulips are just about finished. I had quite a few tulips in here and they're just about done. And I've been working on my path, trying to get it started. Now you're gonna get my shadow. The bleeding heart, isn't it pretty? It's so gorgeous. I just planted this last year. Now I'm sure at some point I'm gonna have to remove that too because the Mungo pine is just going to swallow it up, but that's okay. Yeah, my tulips are just about finished, so I'm going to go back around the other way. Ouch. It's got poked. So I've got, I don't know what, I think they're, I don't know what kind of lilies they are. My neighbor gave them to me. They're quite a big bulb, and they go crazy, so I've got pockets of them all over the place because they are so nice in spring. I have been working on getting the grass out of here. Still have the odd clump of grass and dandelions, but I mean, compared to that mess over there, this is looking pretty good. No, you know, that's so aggravating. Come out to your record and somebody's car alarm goes off. Yeah, I still have some dandelions in some of these plants, but I'm getting there. I've cleaned most of this side, so I have a couple of Shastas here. These are all dianthus, perennial dianthus. And here's half of the clump of my little Stella d'Or. I just put it there. And I found this Linaria underneath the shrub over on the west side, so I dug it up. I have a piece of it growing in the secret garden, and it's is so pretty, and when it gets flowers, it's gorgeous. And my 3 roses are doing really good. This is the Morden bush, which is bred here in Manitoba's. Very native, not native, but it's very conducive to our climate. And this is the Never Alone rose here, which is doing pretty good too. This is the pokiest rose that I have, and I'm quite happy with its growth. And then this is a new plant I just bought, is a Ruby Stella. I've never known there to be a Ruby Stella, but I put that one there. This is a rose, shrub rose that was at the front of my house. I have no idea what the name of it is, but it is pretty delicate, very delicate little pink rose, almost like a tea rose. Now you can't really see in here because the shade's here, but I have a lot of lilies here, and one it'll come to me. And my delphiniums back there, they're doing pretty good. They're better than I thought they would be because I transplanted all of these. They were over by the house in the bed by the driveway, and I moved them all over here. I still have a lot of grass to pull out of here. It's gonna pop you down, there you go. But I'm getting there. And these, I found the one hosta. Actually, the hostas are so slow, aren't they not? I didn't realize that. This one is really close to where I walk, so I might move it over here. I guess now would be a good time. Last year, this whole area was full of Gloriosa daisy, but I ripped them out and I let them, there's some seeded. Those ones are going to be fine. I'm going to leave them in there for a little orange with the blue. This is a Shasta, and I've got a lot of volunteer dums. What are they? They're native plant, a wildflower really. I'm letting them grow because they are pretty. This little tree is kind of puny. It never really gets much of attention, but this year I'm going to give it more attention. I really am. That back there is, I think, a lot of grass, but I think, or is that it? Or is that a, no, I think that might be my foxglove. It's a white one. And this is still a hot mess. I haven't tackled this yet. Dame Rockets, that's what those are. I'm gonna leave them. Yeah, this is just a real grassy mess here. It's gonna take me a while to clean this up, but I'm leaving it for last because as they grow taller, they'll grow taller than the grass, so it won't look so bad. I see I have the odd maple tree in here too that has to come out. So this side I haven't, there's parts of this that I haven't touched. Some of it I have, but this area right here, I really, from that peony all the way to here, I really haven't touched it yet. It's still work in progress, but I mean, I've really done a lot already. I'm quite happy with what I have done. This is a sedum. This is a beautiful, beautiful sedum. There's grass everywhere. I shouldn't be pulling it like that. And then there's Shastas in here, and there's daisies. And I planted these 3. Now I called them salvias in the little video that was before this, but they're actually not. They're sage. They are neon pink sage. And I am not sure. She told me they were perennial, but I have a feeling they might be annuals. We'll see. And these are lamb's ears and what are those pink things? I don't know. Here's the other part of my Stella d'Or. And I put a little bit more of this Linaria here. It is so pretty. And it's a nice ground cover. It'll just keep on going. There you can see there's some daisies, some gloriosas. And this, of course, is my peony. And then over here, I've got some more dianthus and a little tiny, actually that one was from last year, but that one is one that I just started. Lupins, I'll see. And a little spirea. I bought 2 more spireas. This one, go around here. This one is called Double Red. So it should be quite nice. And I'm not sure what that is. So that's the perennial bed. And then over here, I cleaned up the mess that was here. And I sort of put this here to resemble a window. I might paint it and I might not. And I had a climbing rose, this one here, which is got a tiny little bit of life here. The rest is dead. That was on my arch. So I put it over here. And I split up some dianthus and put them here. This is one of the spireas that I bought. It's not going to go here because they like sun. So I just have it sitting there. I haven't planted it yet. And then let's go down here. This little rose is doing great. This is my marmalade dream, and oh, it smells like marmalade. It is such a wonderful, beautiful rose. And this is another little spirea. It's been here for a few years. They are quite slow to grow, I think. At least they are in my yard. And then over here we've got some more roses, and I bought some hot pink dianthus. I have 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then there's the Yukon Gold rose that I bought from my brother, who was Mr. Yukon. It's really not doing too badly. This is the Peterson rose. Oscar Peterson, for the piano, jazz pianist. That's actually doing really well. And then this one is the other little rose I have, and it is called Iceberg. It's white. So I have a white, a yellow, and another white. And then along there, I've planted, along the base of the arch here, I've planted sweet peas and the vine, and I see the odd sweet pea poking through now. I planted that such a long time ago, and I can't believe how slow things are to grow, to come up. I'll show you. Do you know how fast sunflowers usually grow? Well, over here, I made this little obelisk out of some wood that we harvested from these hedges. And I've got sweet peas planted all the way around them. Not a one is up that I can see. And then here, I've got sunflowers, 3 rows of sunflowers, tall, 2 shorter. I only see 1, 2. The rest is weeds. And over here, I just see 1. Right there. That little one, right, where is it? I can't see what you're seeing. Right there. I don't know, things are so slow. I guess maybe it's the cold nights we have. This is a currant bush, red currant, and it's going to have loads of currants on it, which I'm very happy about. Last year I harvested from it for the first time, and I had got 2 jars of currant jelly out of it, and oh man, that was so good. So I'm hoping that I get some more. That's a currant there, and then there's another currant on the other end. Those 2 are really puny. Hopefully someday they'll be I have to give them maybe some help. This is a red raspberry. I had red raspberries all through here, but I just have that now. And then these are the Wyoming blacks. And I need to give them a bit of a haircut, I think. I was letting them kind of see where they would grow. Some of them haven't, so I'm going to take them out of here and clean it up, but some have. So we'll see if I get any berries from them. I hope so. I haven't touched this bed yet. There is a hosta coming there. That's really nice to know. And these are perennial carnations. They're not dianthus, they're actually carnations. This one and this one over here. And lots of quackgrass, of course. My little dogwood. It's the saddest dogwood you ever did see. I don't know why. And I did plant one tomato. No, I planted 4. That's one of my seedlings. Only 5 survived out of the 16 due to the wind and the rain and the sleet and the snow and all the other stuff that they were subjected to. But this is a Manitoba. It survived, and I thought, I'm going to put it in the ground. If it dies, it dies. I'm going to buy some other tomatoes. And I've planted in here, I've got lettuce. What have I got in here? I got lettuce, which is coming up. It's starting. And I've got a row of kale and a row of carrots. And I don't know, maybe I have 2 rows of carrots. Yeah, I have 2 rows of carrots, a row of kale, and a row of lettuce. And over here are the other 3 Manitoba tomatoes that I grew from seed. These are really good tomatoes, actually. They are my favorite eating tomato. They're just perfect. They're not too acidy. They don't get too big. You can use 1 tomato for a sandwich. But they are super, super sweet when they get nice and ripe. So actually they are. I'm happy that of all the ones that didn't survive, that these ones did, because these are my favorite. I don't have any of my super sweets though, and that's bothering me because I love to have a couple of super sweets in the garden just to snack on as I'm working. They're the best. So nothing, I have to add more soil there. I haven't planted anything else in here. I think I'm going to put chard and maybe more carrots in here. This is going to be my bean bed. I got to get more soil next week and fill it up. That's going to be my bean bed. And I still have to till up this area. This in ground is going to be where I'm going to put my zucchini and my petty pan squash. I'm going to put cucumbers up this side. That'll go up the trellis on this side. And the sweet peas go up the trellis on this side. And look at these. These were here. They've been on this spot ever since we moved here. This was a whole garden here, this part. And I have moved them, and they just keep coming back. Aren't they beautiful? And they're the latest ones I have. They just do their own thing. So I'm going to leave them there. So I'm going to till this all up. I have my wonderful chives, garlic chives, which I haven't started to harvest, but I'm going to. I see they're getting scapes on there. I will take those off and eat them. So this is going to get tilled, and I'll be planting some root crops in here. I think I might try rutabagas again. I've never ever grown a rutabaga, even though I've tried so many times. We don't have the top on our pergola, but we're going to put it up today. And I'm taking the day off today because I have worked so hard out here. Oh, I didn't show you this garden. This is where we started, so maybe this is where we should end. I added another shrub in here. This is the little lilac. It's doing wonderful. I added this little burning bush. And I know I've done my research on burning bushes. I know they can be invasive and I know they can be bothersome. However, the first time I ever saw a burning bush was in the Yukon, and they are so gorgeous. So there's 3 shrubs across here plus that one, and I'm hoping that if they grow enough, that will block the view to us sitting in the pergola. Although I'm going to put curtains up on that pergola this year too. On this side, on the south side, I have some shears. I'm going to tack them up there as well. So I have the burning bush. That's the snowball bush. That's pretty funny, burning and snowball together. This is another 9 bark, and that's another 9 bark. And then I put 2 Stella d'Ors here, and that, what is it again? I keep forgetting. Speedwell. And then I sprinkled in here perennial Cupid starts. I want this area to be yellow and blue. So I put Cupid starts and bachelor buttons in here, seeded them. And then behind this 9 bark, in that space, I seeded some more Shasta daisies, because I do have Shastas growing along at the back there. So it's going to be yellow, blue, white. I think that'll be pretty. And then of course I put my calendula all along the front here. Something is chewing off my, I have a feeling I have a, oh, he's just chewing off all my stuff here. I have a feeling I have a cutworm in here. So the calendula is all along the border part here, and I have a lot more seeds, so I think I'm going to throw some in and actually get that really going. Tulips are just about finished. This is a rose that was at the front. It's the same one as that one I was talking about that has the pretty tiny little pink flowers. And I haven't cleaned back there yet. That's the only spot in this garden that's left to be cleaned. Just around the back here. And there's some echinacea, I think, and I don't know what else. I think mostly really small echinaceas. I'd like to get more. At one time, this bed was delphiniums down there. This whole area in the middle here was irises, and this was all echinacea. It was beautiful. But we had a bad winter, and I lost so much. And for some reason, I couldn't get the echinacea to grow again. But it is. You can see the stalks from last year. So yeah, this afternoon. Oh, and I decided I've got 4 boxes on the pergola. And I love to grow my herbs for teas. This one here is pineapple mint. So I put it in here, and I'm going to get a couple more mints beside it. I decided I'm going to grow all my herbs in these boxes this year and not put them anywhere else. So I'm going to pick up some plants already growing, and I'm going to fill all these boxes just with herbs. That way I can just come and pick whenever I need them. So we're going to put the cover on today, and I have to clean off the table. The birds have had a really good pooping time on there. We are going to try and price out patio blocks for in here. The only problem is we need a lot of them, and neither Gary or I can handle that right now. Gary hasn't been too well, and he's getting better. But I think he has a gallbladder problem myself. And he is seeing his doctor. But the other thing is his neck is really bothering him. And so he can't be lifting these big patio slabs. And I can't do it. I mean, I could help, but I can't do it. So I think what we're going to do, hi little bee, don't you come by me. Big bumble. I think what we're going to do is see if we can contract it out, because it's not nice sitting on the grass in the summertime. The mosquitoes and all that stuff are always bugging us. So I think it would be really nice to have a patio base in here. And then of course I want to girly it up. I have curtains I'm going to hang. And then the cover comes down halfway. So and then I always put plants and stuff. Yeah, I got plants, but you know, we have to wait, I guess. So, but I am going to clean this up today. It has been so hot that I have gotten such a darn sunburn, you wouldn't believe it. And so we're going to put the top on today, and we are going to clean this up, and we're going to sit out here, and I'm going to do some stitching or knitting, something. And I'm not going to do any gardening. I'm taking the day off. So that is what I've been up to mostly. I'm not going to show you the secret garden yet because I can't get to it. There's a big pile of wood here that has to be picked up tomorrow. And the secret garden, I've sowed a lot in there and everything's coming up. So I haven't cut the grass in there yet this year. So when I get that straightened out so that a person can actually see what's going on, then I will film it. But for now, this is the state of my side yard, my one side yard. The other side yard is doing really well. I was just watering my new little apple trees. They got blossoms, but I know I'll let them form apples, but I'll pick the apples off. And that tree there, I thought it was dead, but it's just really late. The leaves are just now budding out. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, all you new subscribers. I'm so excited to see the channel grow. If you like what you see, press the like and subscribe and share. Help me grow. I'm getting close to 2,000, which is crazy. Thank you very much for all your help by pressing subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.